This is just one of a series of racist attacks documented in Australia during the pandemic.
We are just, randomly picked up, targeted, and because we are Chinese, obviously.
The Australian Human Rights Commission says that since February, almost 1/3 of racial discrimination complaints were concerning COVID-19. It's this, Beijing claims, that has prompted China to issue a warning to students and tourists considering travel to Australia. But is Australia really too dangerous for Chinese visitors? In February, as the epidemic worsened in China, the Human Rights Commission recorded more race-related complaints than at any other time over the past year. Since then, the number of complaints has been within the usual range of dozens per month. But the Commission says many incidents go under the radar, as there is no agency tasked with recording racism across all areas. The Australian government, meanwhile, has acknowledged and condemned recent attacks, but says Australia is a safe destination.
I think that 99.9% of Australians would be equally disgusted as I am with any form of racism.
I do acknowledge that there are instances of racism and thoroughly inappropriate behaviour which I condemn, which the government has consistently condemned, as have state and territory leaders and those elsewhere.
The warning from China also comes at a time of increased diplomatic tensions, and the timing may be no coincidence. Canberra and Beijing have been locking horns over Australia's insistence there be a full independent inquiry into the origins of COVID-19. China has already slapped tariffs on some Australian goods and warned there could be more pain to come. But with travel restrictions in place anyway, could Beijing's travel warning be more bark than bite?
In early 2018, I recall a similar message being put forth by the Chinese government warning tourists not to come to Australia during early parts of 2018, but we still saw not really a dip in numbers or the closing of the tap.
We do see the possibility that this warning could have a negative impacts on the student intake in Australia. But I try to emphasize again, I try to everyone to understand Australia is very safe. Australia do not have any sort of discrimination against the Chinese community.
The message from the government and the nation's universities is clear. Australia is safe, and Chinese visitors are encouraged to travel as soon as is possible.